What is good, everybody? In episode 11, I mentioned a comic/pop culture shop called MINOTAUR Entertainment. In today's episode, we're going to be exploring the place and taking a look at some of the pops I got from there. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. When I finally settled down in Australia, one of the first things I did was search for any pop culture or collectible shops around my area that sold FUNKO Pops. So I did a quick Google search and I stumbled upon a shop called MINOTAUR Entertainment. There were some images of the place, but they didn't really show much, so I wasn't really expecting that much. Like the saying goes, the higher expectations, the greater the chance of disappointment. So, one day when I was free, I walked to the shop and I was immediately impressed with the place. From the outside, it already looked huge, and that was before I found out it had a second floor below. Yes, this shop has 2 floors and they are both filled with pop culture merchandises. When I said this place has everything, I mean literally everything that you can think of. On the top floor, there are mostly anime things, but there are also others as well. I'm going to cover as much as I can, but I can assure you that I will definitely miss out some parts of this amazing place. So to get the full experience, you guys will have to go visit the place for yourself, because just watching this video will not do this place justice. Trust me. As you can see right here, they have a whole Star Wars section selling items like Star Wars comics, figurines like this cute little Grogu, and also FUNKO Pops from the movies and all their TV shows and Disney Plus shows as well. They also have a whole section for Star Trek and a bit of Doctor Who as well. For you horror junkies, there is a whole section here filled with merchandise and memorabilia from famous horror films and horror icons. As you can see right there, they have Dracula, Michael Myers from Halloween, It the Killer Clown, Annabelle, Chucky, Gremlins, and many more. They even added a bit of the science fiction genre in here as well with the Back to the Future, Predator, and Avatar merchandises. Right here is the animation section with board games, collectibles and figurines from Rick and Morty, Scooby-Doo, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, Rugrats, Popeye the Sailor Man, South Park, Futurama, The Simpsons, Avatar The Last Airbender, Peanuts, SpongeBob, and surprisingly they even have Peppa Pig. In this section, they have merchandises from other pop culture categories like music icons, WWE, NBA, and even McDonald's FUNKO Pops. All the way on the right hand side, there are also some Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers figurines. As you can see right here, they have collectibles from the Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe franchises, alongside video game merchandises from Halo, Minecraft, Sonic again, and many others as well. They also have a whole Pokemon section, which was a pleasant surprise to me, because if you guys don't know, I'm also a huge fan of Pokemon. I used to play Soul Silver on an emulator on my iPad when I was a kid. Then on my 13th birthday, I got a Nintendo 3DS with a copy of Pokemon X. And that was where my love for the Pokemon franchise absolutely skyrocketed. Here they have a robot section, offering figurines from famous robot franchises like Transformers, Gundam, Power Rangers, and you can even see a Mechagodzilla right there. Now, on to the anime stuff. You can find all of the mainstream anime stuff and even the not so mainstream stuff here. They have merchandises from Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Punch Man, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Tokyo Revengers, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and the many others that you will see in the footage right here. Alright guys, that is about everything they have on the top floor, so it's now time to go down to the basement. The bottom is mostly occupied by Marvel and DC items, but they also have some other famous pop culture genres and icons as well. Here we have the Marvel stuff, and of course, you guys already know that I'm loving the fact that the shelves are filled with Funko Pops. They also have very detailed statues and figurines from Hot Toys which look really cool. Alright guys, let me just say I will definitely be coming back here almost all the time, I think, to be getting pops that I need for my collection. Just look at the amount of pops they have here, it's literally insane. They have pops from Thor Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, Iron Man 3, Civil War, Endgame, Captain America the Winter Soldier, The Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They just have everything. And if you guys can't find the pops that you want here in these shelves, not to worry. You could also go up to the counter in front and request for them to help you order one in. And if it's available, they'll do the best that they can to get it to you. And that's exactly what I did. Talking about having everything, behind the Marvel shelves, they have DC figurines like the Batmobile, the Batwing, and of course, Funko Pops as well. They got pops from the Blue Beetle movie, the Flash movie, the Aquaman 2 movie, Shazam movies, the Black Adam movie, and also the Justice League movie. Now the shelves on the side here are all filled to the brim with comic books. Like I mentioned previously, they are mostly Marvel and DC comics, but there are also others like Spawn, Invincible, The Boys, and others that I'm not familiar with at all. And when it comes to the comics, they have literally everything as well. They have storylines from characters like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, literally everything that you can imagine. One of my favourite sections here in this shop is the new release section. It is a nice little touch that makes it a lot easier for us customers to see what new comic books are in stock. It also helps us readers be caught up with the latest stories. Now this side of the wall is filled with comic books that only cost about $4 to $5. It is pretty affordable and worth it in my opinion, so you will definitely see me buying some from here in the future. On the other side of the basement, there are merchandises from fantasy franchises like Harry Potter, Dungeons and Dragons, and many others as well. There are also fantasy novels and board games all lined up on the shelves right here. Now the last part of the basement are these shelves right here that has Hellboy merchandises, Bone Comics, Betty and Veronica, Phantom, and others that I'm not too familiar with myself. Alright guys, that is about everything here in MINOTAUR Entertainment. I'm pretty sure that there are way more things here than I mentioned just now, so make sure you guys come check out this shop for yourselves. It will definitely be worth your time. With all that said, it is time to head back home to check out the haul I got from this place. The first pop I got there was the Winter Soldier from the second Captain America movie. It is one of those pops that they release once in a while from one of those old Phase 1 Marvel movies. Of course, the details and design are way better than the original wave of Captain America the Winter Soldier pops released. Talking about the little details, they did some weathering on the shield, which actually makes it look very movie accurate. And can I just say, the amount of detail on the mask is just crazy. Like, I don't know if you can see it right here, but the middle piece and the sides are all done to a great level of detail. Things like the little shapes, patterns, and color differences make this pop very worth getting. They didn't just paint it all black, which would have definitely been the easy way out. One other thing is the metal arm. They just made it look so shiny and metallic compared to its past iterations, which definitely makes it stand out. And that is a good thing because that is one of the main features of this character, his metal arm. Next up, the Diamond Collection White Vision from the Disney Plus series WandaVision. There aren't many Diamond Collection pops in the Marvel Cinematic Universe sets, so it's pretty cool when we get something like this. Okay, so let's just get one thing out of the way. When it comes to movie accuracy, this pop definitely isn't it. But it does look cool nonetheless. The glitter is a gimmick I can see collectors liking, so I'm not going to complain about them. The pose and sculpture of the whole thing looks pretty good, but of course when it comes to the level of detail, the rough texture of the glitter definitely held it back. Actually, talking about the texture, I'm quite curious to know what this pop feels like because I've never unboxed a Diamond Collection pop before. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to bring back up when I unbox this. Now, the next two pops that we're going to be looking at today were specially ordered in for me by MINOTAUR Entertainment. My favorite thing about this shop is that they can actually help you order in specific pops that you're looking for. But of course, it's not guaranteed that they'll be able to order in every single pop that you've ever wanted, because it also depends on its availability. So you guys know by now that I'm specifically looking for pops from the Captain America Civil War Airport Build-A-Scene set. And the two pops that I was looking for on that day didn't seem to be in the store, like I think they were completely sold out. So when I went to ask the cashier whether they had any of those pops at the back, he told me that nah, we don't keep pops at the back. All the pops that we have are all displayed right there at the shelves. He then proceeded to tell me something that completely made my day. He said, if you don't have it here right now, we can help you order one into the shop if it's available. And of course, I immediately said, yes please. So, the first pop they helped me order is this Black Panther. And let me just say that Funko has done a great job in improving the designs on the MCU pops. Like the body structure looks so much more movie accurate here. They no longer look weirdly bulky, but instead look a lot more lean. The arms are slimmer and so are the legs, like you can see right here. On top of that, the cool poses definitely add more depth to the figures, making them look way more dynamic. One thing I really like about this new Black Panther pop is the amount of detail. To better illustrate what I mean, I'm going to compare it to the old Civil War Black Panther pop. Instead of just painting silver highlights onto a helmet that only has one layer, the helmet on this Black Panther has a crazy amount of depth and detail. The silver lines right there are actually on a whole nother layer on top of the helmet. Like it literally pops up from the helmet, making it look way more dynamic and movie accurate. As you can see right here, the eyes are like sunken in, and this part of the helmet is actually thicker than the lower parts right here. The second Civil War Airport Build-A-Scene pop I got is the Bucky. Yes, we have two Bucky/Winter Soldiers in today's haul, but this one definitely looks a lot friendlier. Just like in the movie, he doesn't have his mask on, but I feel like compared to the other Winter Soldier pop just now, this one does not have that many features and details on it. The pose is great and all, but this pop is not on the middle of the base, which makes it look kind of weird, but maybe it'll all make sense when you put all the pops in this set together. This pop is not all that bad though. There are a few good things that stand out to me. First, it's his hair, very wavy, and it does a great job imitating what his hair actually looks like in the movie. Second, his metal arm. It is the right level of shiny and metallic, like the shade is very accurate to the movie. Last thing is the glove on his metal hand. The tiny detail here is great, and although tiny, it makes a huge difference. Instead of covering the whole fist in black, it highlights the metal hand's knuckles and fingers, which were exposed in the movie, making this pop a very movie accurate one. Here's a quick look at all four of the pops I got from MINOTAUR Entertainment. I just want to say that I'm very satisfied with my purchases, and thanks to MINOTAUR, I can tick off two pops from my Civil War Airport Build-A-Scene set list. Now I'm going to send it back to the face cam to close out this episode. Alright guys, here's where I'm going to end today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're like me and you found the MINOTAUR Entertainment store very fascinating, make sure you guys check it out when you're here in Melbourne. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow me on Insta, check out my carousel shop, links in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.